podcast. I'm your host, Prince Magnum. Welcome to Off the Chain, and a little something special for all of you Legend of Zelda fanatics out there, just like myself. The Legend of Zelda series has numerous titles to its credit, and it's one of, besides Mario Brothers, to my knowledge, it's one of the longest standing video game series that Nintendo has brought to us to enjoy. That being said, there is a particular character in the Legend of Zelda series that I don't think gets enough credit because he's always there in several of the titles. And let me say right now, when you talk Legend of Zelda, there's particular characters that really support Link in his adventures in several of the titles. That being said, there's been one that has made his way into the Legend of Zelda series and keeps reoccurring, and again, doesn't get enough credit. This character will pretty much, when you're bogged down with a certain something in Breath of the Wild that you really don't necessarily need at that point in time, you can sell a ton of this, make your rupees, and he doesn't complain. You'll show up at particular spots throughout the game, and it's like, how does that dude get around so much? That he's always at all these different areas and things like that. So all you could say is, my goodness, he gets around as much as Link. And of course, whenever you're running low on arrows, or you need a particular item that maybe you just hadn't picked up in the game, he seems to have that particular item, and you're able to maybe make some potions or whatever and continue on your journey. That being said, at this moment in time, I'd like to do a special tribute to Hyrule's Unsung Hero. Sit back and relax. I hope all of you enjoy this. Well, there you have it, folks. Hyrule's Unsung Hero, Beetle. Now, I already hear some of you getting ready to start chastising me in the comments box below, but before you do, hear me out for just a moment. In Breath of the Wild, Link initially lost the fight. He laid in the Shrine of Resurrection for 100 years, recuperating from his mortal wounds. When he comes out of the shrine, he could see the castle from, from the hilltop that he's on, but he's in no condition to run up there and start taking on Ganon. He's in a weakened condition. He has no armor, no special weapons. He doesn't even have the Master Sword. In this condition, Link has to pick up whatever he can find to begin his quest to save Princess Zelda, who's been holding on for 100 years. Now that's a woman with a lot of patience. But that being said, in order for Link to progress to the point where he can take on Ganon, he's going to need some support. And one of the most important supporting characters in Breath of the Wild is Beetle. The reason why he's so important is, as I said in the first part, he's pretty much everywhere throughout the game. He's one of the most reoccurring vendors in game. Oh, there are vendors in the different major cities and in some of the medium-sized cities, but when you go up to the stables throughout the game, Beetle is there. So much so that it could be, the Arctic tundra, the intense heat of a desert, or severe thunderstorms with lightning crashing down everywhere, and Beetle is there. He's there to buy the items from you that you may not necessarily need or have way too much of, and in order to really progress throughout the game, you need rupees, and you need a lot of rupees to buy special armor to progress in the game, or to unlock the fairies that make improvements to your armor, or to buy those sometimes hard to find items. Beetle will sell you these things. There are just some items that you just can't pick up in game. You have to go to special vendors. Beetle will buy up your items as you progress through the game, and of course he has items for sale like arrows, and of course he has those things that you might need to make a particular potion that you'll need later on throughout the game, or sometimes make certain food items that you're going to need throughout the game, so you're just not dying all over the place. Beetle is that reoccurring character at those stables, willing to sell you these items. Now, this is super, super important. Again, Link is in a weakened condition. So in order to progress through Breath of the Wild, you need that reoccurring character, that support from that reoccurring character, and Beetle does do that. He does provide it. Now, I know in some of the other games, Beetle has kind of become that running gag, but you really do need him in Breath of the Wild. Now, as I'm videoing this, and editing and doing all this, so as the making of this video, I'm actually getting ready to video beating Ganon. Now, I've already done the fight, so I'm not just falling on my face and, really wasting everybody's time watching that video of it being more of a failure than a success. Y'all don't want to sit there and just watch me fall on my face constantly. Well, then again, some of you might. There's some sick people out there. But, there are some that just want to see me beat the game. I would not have been able to progress to this point if it had not been for that reoccurring character. I don't think necessarily that Nintendo really meant for that, but it is important that I had this reoccurring character to get to this point in the game. So, all of that being said, I really hope all of you enjoyed this. I know there's some people out there who really do like the Beetle character and is just really glad that he was brought back in this installment of the Legend of Zelda series from Nintendo. Again, I don't think that Nintendo really intended for this character to be so important in the game, but he is nonetheless. All right. Now, for those that do not know about the song that was used in this video, that is a song from my youth, "Bravehearts" by Gary Chapman, which was used in the movie Ernest Goes to Camp, starring Jim Varney, which came out in like 1986, 1987, 1988, somewhere in that ballpark area. And this particular movie is just one of my all-time favorites from back in the day. It was just, a wonderful movie. The song, I still listen to it today. And when, before circumstances beyond my control, I would often play this movie for my children as well. So there you have that. I mean, just a wonderful, wonderful song to put to this particular video. And on top of that, let me say that this video is really for the fans of the Legend of Zelda video game series. So much so that I know that because of the song, that when the time comes for me to be remonetized by YouTube, that I will not be able to monetize this video and collect any money for myself from this video. But it doesn't matter to me at this point. The Prince Magnum channel has well over 500 videos. I'm sure there will be a particular video or two that I will be able to make a little bit of money off of when that time comes again. Now, that being said, the Prince Magnum channel has grown a great deal, so I want to thank these fine people right here for becoming, big-time supporters of the Prince Magnum channel. They are fine members of the Maverick Nation, and they themselves are content creators as well. They give me shout outs and they support me in every which way they possibly can. And I want to take a moment and thank these wonderful people. If it had not been for them, the Prince Magnum channel would not be over 600 subscribers right now as the making of this video. So, be sure to check these wonderful folks out and show them some love, because they have shown me a great deal of love. And again, if it was not for them, I would not be where I'm at right now as far as getting closer to being remonetized. So, that brings us to the usual spot. Be sure to check me out on Patreon at patreon.com/PrinceMagnum. And if you're able to donate, please do so. If you become that monthly subscriber for $1 a month, you become a member of the High Mileage Club. Not the High Mile Club, that's something totally different. And as usual, get out there and work on a project. I don't care what it is, just do something with yourself. If you have a sweetheart, sweep them off their feet and do something special for them today. And as always, for all of you out there, if no one out there has told you that they love you, Prince Magnum does. God bless you, and have a happy 24. Thank you.
Man. Wow, man, freaked out.